2, 1, 2, 3. As the wind picks up here on this episode of This Week in Sports, we have a very special guest. We are filming this outside in the middle of nowhere. We're camping. We don't even know where we are. This is the newest episode of This Week in Sports. This is my cousin Danny Jacko. It's been a long time coming. Danny's been wanting to be on the podcast for quite some time. Also, this wind has wanted to be on the podcast for quite some time. So what up, Wind, and what up, Danny?
Hey, thanks for having me on the show, man. This is awesome.
Fucking
Dude, this wind sucks.
Yeah.
But it's also added to the fire of the flame, man. Like,
dude,
it's been it's helped us put this flame on.
Yeah, none of us are professional fire starters, and the fact that we have the wind,
Aren't we though? Aren't we?
We're Indians.
You know, we're.
I think the white boy started the fire
that
we got back there. Shout out to the fire maker, the fire keeper, fire starter.
There's a fire starter back there.
MG Kyle back there.
That's it.
Yes. And this is an exclusive episode here. We thought it was a good idea to do this outside at the time. But then the wind picked up, but hopefully we're not picking that up on the mic.
Especially when it's windy.
Yeah, right? As soon as we start recording, that's when the wind picks up. But this would have been super smooth if there were some other individuals that were cool about it. They weren't. But that's all right.
But it's not about them. This is about this right now.
This is about this right now. So this episode, we're gonna talk a little bit of Jays. We're gonna talk some Riverhawks. Unfortunately, we did not make the playoffs. We shit the bed on our last road trip. And but what we're gonna start with is This Week in Sports History, and more specifically, this week in the history of Jacko. And I have to ask you, Danny.
Yes.
Have you ever been to Vancouver?
I have not.
No?
I have been to BC 3 times.
Whereabouts?
So I've been to Vernon because my dad lives there. I've been to Kitimat, BC when I was younger, probably when I was 15. Because I went there with my buddy Jordan, which you've met before.
Yeah.
I went there with them just to meet them family, and then I went to Kamloops, but I've never been to Vancouver.
Dude, that's something that has to be on your list because
you're on your way to there.
Oh my God! So I'm almost turning 30.
Don't say it.
Yes. I have 3 weeks left. Maybe 3 more episodes in my 20s.
I don't want to hear the number.
of This Week in Sports. How far are you from 30? You're January. That's when you turn the big 3-0. Caleb, how about you? You got a few years, eh? Long time.
Roasting us. Holy shit.
Bro, I have been in denial of like turning 30 for quite some time. Yeah, I feel like my
bones are already breaking.
Fuck, man. Yeah. Look at this dog just running through the shots.
Holy. But yeah, I feel like my bones are literally breaking already. Like I turn a hip, I'm like, oh, it's starting to go. It's because I'm almost 30.
You know what's hilarious? Those that should not be named gave me a heads up. Like in my 20s, like, dude, when you turn 30, you're gonna get heartburn, which you always get. Your bones are gonna ache. Your back's gonna ache. Your legs are gonna ache. And everything outside of heartburn has been true. I haven't got heartburn yet, but my back's hurt. My fucking legs hurt. How old are you?
He's 36.
36. What hurts for you? Everything? Yeah. So
he's like speaking experience.
Yeah. No. I'm getting that. I'm getting
heartburn?
That. No heartburn.
The heartburn
but
for
back.
me. The heartburn for me. I do have to agree. I only just started getting it.
You're getting it now.
Yeah. Not
I haven't
that
gotten it yet.
Ago. Like anytime I have like a sauce or something, let's say like or a lot of sugar, like let's say like a pop. Then yeah, I'll get like heartburn.
For real, eh?
Oh yeah. So like, well, I don't drink much pop anyway. I only drink water. But obviously, I drink alcohol.
Obviously.
But I drink lots of water. I don't actually drink pop, but when I do, I 100% do feel the heartburn. It sucks.
Caleb, how do you feel about heartburn? You get a hardcore, eh, Caleb?
I take medication.
Yeah, you got to take meds for this heartburn.
I take like Gaviscon or something.
Yeah.
I take pantoprazole.
Oh my God. Holy fuck. Really, guys? It's that hardcore, eh?
Well, it makes everything better. Like you can just eat
Wow.
Okay.
It's like a miracle drug.
Well, the more you know. Yeah.
Well, dude, I'm still in my 20s. I don't get fucking heartburn.
Yeah, same here. I'm almost over my 20s still.
Dude. But what has been happening to me is the back starting to hurt. My fucking legs are starting to hurt.
I feel it in the
My
knees.
knees. The knees.
Like
Yeah.
bending down, you could definitely feel it.
And I'm such a fucking fatty. Hopefully this angle is being complimentary to my fucking gut. It's not.
For me, I hope it's good for me.
I know you always oust me in my gut. Oh my god.
I hope it's good for
Dude,
me.
it's shaking. It's shaking.
I do everything I can.
Yeah.
You do what you can. For me, like I feel like I've always been like average weight size and just
Size wise?
yeah, like no matter what. Like
Yeah.
because like I've always been up to like almost
5 inches?
almost 200 pounds. No, like in weight. Like and I've only been I think it was like 180 at one point in time when I just stopped
I wish.
having pastas and stuff because like that's a lot of carbs and a lot of like calories.
Well, this is kind of sports wise. How do you keep your figure?
Well,
Your
for
beautiful
me,
figure.
obviously, like, dude, I work hard at work, but for me, I have big pores. Like I'm just naturally born that way. So at work, like I sweat a lot,
Me too.
right?
Yeah.
And obviously, like I bike ride to work too.
That's huge. I think that's the biggest.
That's the biggest thing,
Dude, if I didn't live fucking an hour away driving from my fucking work, I'd be biking.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
exactly. So
Yeah.
and it's really good because I don't need coffee because that wakes me up. Like just bike riding.
Are you a coffee drinker?
I used to be. I used to rely on it. Like during like winter
Everyone does that. Drinks
like
coffee.
during winter, yeah, sure, maybe, but like as of lately, like I never felt the need for it. But it's because I'm bike riding to work. I'm already awake when I get there,
Okay.
and I feel good. And I bike ride back.
That's
Yeah.
natural. That's
Yeah.
natural. That's the way to go.
Yeah, man.
I have I have never been a coffee drinker. But one story real quick. I'm not sure if I shared it on the podcast before or not. But I went down to Amy's in Calgary, right?
Okay.
And they have this espresso machine, like top of the line espresso machine, right?
Special machines makes me shaky.
Yes. So let me tell the story here. Oh my god, that's exactly ultimately what happened. I don't drink coffee, but Greg's like, I'll make you an espresso or a cappuccino or something that tastes good or whatever it is. I don't know shit about coffee. So he makes me one like quick shot. I throw some Baileys in it. I down it in like 2 minutes. I'm like, this is the shit. I love this,
Like, you're
right?
you're not
Make me
supposed
another
to.
one.
Yeah.
Make me another one, right? Oh my god. Oh my god, it's Kane.
You're literally starting the fire here.
So he makes me another one, right?
Okay.
More Baileys in it. I take that in like 5 minutes.
Oh, you must have been.
Dude, I couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
I'm not even fucking joking. For like, I couldn't sleep normally for like a week or two.
Like you felt
Coffee-
uncomfortable.
Fucks me up. Coffee fucks me up.
Coffee for me, I only like need one. But
I didn't know.
but
I didn't know.
not lately. But like say like wintertime, sure. Like a cup of coffee in the morning. Winter, like it's cold. The coffee's hot. Like it feels good.
That's your
I
thing?
always drink more coffee in the winter.
Yes.
Yeah?
It'd be-
Is that a thing?
Or it's like tea or hot chocolate.
Is that why Tim Hortons is so popular then? Because
pretty much like they're the hottest thing to get. Like
whenever you drive around at Tim Hortons, you see the line.
right in the morning.
Yes,
Right in the
just
morning, too.
freaking just around the block and just consistently fucking huge.
Okay. Anyway.
Anyway,
Yeah.
this week in sports history. So you want to hear a crazy story? I got a crazy couple stories here.
All right. Yeah.
All
no,
right.
let's go, man.
So before we get to specifically sports, a big day or a big week in sports history. More personally, my first time ever. This is why I asked you earlier if you ever been to Vancouver, because this is my first time in Vancouver. And I gotta get the actual date.
I wanted to say like 2016 or something.
It was 2014.
Oh.
It was
I a little bit off,
2014.
a little bit
Yeah,
off.
yeah. It was
Okay.
2014. It was August 9th/10th. We made it down there. I went to Squamish Music Festival, where I seen
Oh.
Nas. I seen Shad.
This is when I was living at that one place on 75th.
Yeah, I seen Bruno Mars. I seen Arcade Fire. I got introduced to Arctic Monkeys.
That's cool.
Like in person?
No, fuck you,
Like
man.
in person. Oh.
I was hyping it up and you brought me down. And
I'm still hyped. That's fucking cool. Still,
and I
man.
seen Eminem.
Oof,
Eminem.
that's fucking sweet, man.
So I'll tell a quick story around a campfire here. This guy, I don't even know if this campfire's regulated right now.
Dude, I think the campfire is killing him more than than he's holding onto it.
So I wish I had a campfire on the second day of Squamish Music Festival, Saturday going into Sunday. Obviously, Eminem was headlining this Sunday,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Okay.
So Saturday night, I did some mushrooms with a friend, and we got high. I watched Arcade Fire, high on shrooms. That was awesome.
Dude, that must have been like
Yeah.
that must have been the fucking coolest
It
thing.
was great. It was so much fun.
Especially if like you're high and you're having like a good time kind
Great
of high.
time, man.
Because then you won't have like a bad trip. You have like this good mentality of just being, and you're safe too.
You
Like,
know you're safe. You're
around good
around
people.
you're around 50,000 like-minded
good
people that
like,
they're
you're
all
just
doing the
okay.
same thing. And that's the biggest thing I miss about festivals, because you're all around people that are
Yeah,
doing the same thing,
people who
trying to
give a
have a
shit.
good time.
Who give a shit too,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
They
So
want
even
your
if you're having a
safety to
bad
be
trip,
good.
they'll guide you, right? 'Cause they understand.
Yeah.
And we don't get as many festivals as we used to here in Western Canada, if at all. Like Shambhala's still going, but we don't get that. But point being is,
we don't get that.
point. The point is, was high on shrooms, was getting drunk. I had VIP access because I paid for the top line of shit, right? And there's another story behind that. Maybe I'll get into it whenever, maybe next year. Because dude, they sold too many VIPs where they didn't even have wristbands for the VIPs that year. I got a paper one, and I was denied the VIP access the first day, but that's beyond the fact. The second night, I was loving it. They had a cool, groovy place. Oh, this is bringing me back, man. They had a fucking chill place where they had their own like
This is
chill
years ago.
vibes. Really, really exclusive, man. Really exclusive. Just like less than 100 people in there. Everyone just chilling, right? Just chilling and vibing.
Like not a care in the world. You're just
Not a care in the world, and it's away from like the main festival, but it's like right there. But it's
Yeah.
away from it. It was tremendous.
and you just trust all these people. 'Cause
trust everyone because
Yeah.
everyone's doing the same thing, and we're just chilling, we're
you're
vibing.
just trying to make sure
So
everyone's
I was so
Good, yeah.
comfortable. I was so comfortable that I literally passed out on the grass on this kind of incline. yes. I passed out.
You
on it.
must have looked like a
just
random
passed out.
drunk
Yeah,
Indian.
Exactly. Yes. I looked like a. But the best thing is, I woke up at the crack of dawn, like 6 a.m.
Make sure there's no condom in your
No,
ass.
no.
just so you know.
There was 2 condoms in my pussy, one in my ass.
Oh
no,
my
no.
gosh.
I woke up like on this kind of incline where I passed out.
Okay.
There was a blanket on me. Someone put a blanket on me. That's how cool and chill this area was.
Yeah, because you felt
Yes.
like welcoming and like
Yes.
protected,
Yes, someone put a blanket on me.
which is
So I
it's
woke
nice.
up.
It's refreshing.
because it was cold as fuck in the morning. You could
Oh,
see your breath. Caleb.
Probably.
You could see your breath.
Yeah, the
It was cold
condensation
as
and shit.
fuck,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Because if this blanket was on me, I'd probably freeze to death.
You get ammonia.
Yeah.
For sure.
But thankfully, I woke up like 6 a.m. This blanket was on me, and I was like, "What?" I was like, "Where the fuck? What the fuck happened?" Right?
But like,
but
you
I
must
but
have known. At
I
that
know
time.
that today's Eminem. This and that. So what I did was I folded up the blanket really nicely. I placed it to where I was sleeping. Just left it there, right? Folded it up though, right? I was like, "Fucking thank you,
Yeah.
whoever did that. Thank you
Salute.
so much."
Like-
Salute.
Yeah.
And then I was off for my day because I was actually staying in Vancouver, and they had buses to and from Vancouver from Squamish, but I missed the bus that night because I was high on shrooms, right? And I passed out in the grass.
that's so nice.
Yeah, and I
That
woke
is
up and I'm
so
like, today's
sweet.
Eminem. Today is Eminem. And
excited.
so this is what happened. I went to a Walmart in Squamish. Thankfully, they had a Walmart in Squamish, not too far from the grounds. I walked to Walmart. I bought some razors, shaved, toothbrush or whatever. Right. I went in their bathroom, like washed up and everything. And
Well, you kind of have to because you don't really have anywhere else to.
I had nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
Well, but
That,
was
that
Wal-
makes sense.
And thank God I knew about Walmart the night before, because we went there before or the day
Walmart.
before, right?
How'd you find out about this?
It was just across the street. It was like across the way or whatever.
Oh, so it's just okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's no way you couldn't. Okay,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
makes sense.
And I was like, I wasn't the only person. The funny thing, I wasn't the only person in that Walmart bathroom doing the same thing, washing up and shit. Yeah, like this
you
festival.
just look to your right.
Dude,
and there's another guy there.
Yeah, this festival was huge, man. Everyone was doing the same thing.
Oh,
But I knew
sounds
it was
awesome.
Eminem that day, and so the whole vibe of the whole day was like we're all going to see Eminem. We're all going to see Eminem. We're all like, and then I met these guys. I went out of the grounds and smoked some weed, and these guys were smoking some weed, and they're like, they were like everyone does about certain artists. They're like, I wish Eminem was doing his old thing. I'm like, dude, if you want Eminem to do his old thing,
Just
buy his old album.
opinions on opinions.
Yeah.
Rather than appreciating what.
Yeah, Jay Z's he's got a good line on the song On to the Next One. He's like blank. It's the N word, but I'll use player. Players want my old shit. Buy my old album. You want my old shit? Buy my old album. Right?
Yeah.
One of the most gangster lines ever. Right, and that's what I said to them.
It's like a straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these guys were
it.
cool. They were cool about it because everyone in that festival and everyone in these festivals in BC are the coolest motherfuckers ever. And they're like, as I was leaving them, they were like, "Oh, we weren't trying to kill your vibe with Eminem. Like, have a good time, have a great time, right?"
Dude, they must have been fucking like so within your vibe for you to be.
Everyone was on the same vibe, and that's the greatest thing about these festivals, because everyone's on the same vibe
level.
Yes, because we are all in this together.
Was it what do they call it? Not just the same vibe, but you're all in the same
wavelength. Yes,
Thank you.
yes, and that's a real thing. That's a real thing.
It's an actual like it feels good.
So
right.
To conclude it, this is what I heard while I was smoking weed with them. There was 11,000, 12,000 single day tickets sold just that day for Eminem. On top of the 70,000 people that were there or whatever, there was in 10 hours apparently they sold like 12,000 seats, or no more seats, 12,000 tickets for Eminem. So ultimately, there was nearly 100,000 people when Eminem came out.
Fucking one night.
Yes, I went up as close as I could, like 6 hours before Eminem was supposed to go on. I had a water here, I had a water there, I had a water here, and I had a water there. And
you're prepared.
I was, dude, because I knew it. Because thankfully, I went and did the shit. I seen the shit for 2 days prior. I had waters everywhere.
No, it's good because you saw what you needed to be there for.
And the shit I seen after.
Yeah.
I'll get to it in a sec. I was drinking water, and this is where I got introduced to Arctic Monkeys. I never knew who Arctic Monkeys were. Never knew they were a band. They came out. They were the band before Eminem.
Did you know you're the one who also introduced me to these?
Yes, yes, they're from the UK.
Yeah,
and a lot of people didn't know about them either that I've introduced to them. You, my buddy Richard, other people.
I remember when you introduced me to this, and I was like, they were.
Dude, they came out.
So
this lead singer.
They're still good. They're still really good.
This lead singer. He had a fucking like a crazy fucking like jacket on, and he had the aviators, and he was just rocking with the fucking guitar and just
killing it.
Just killing it. Like commanded the stage unlike anything I've ever seen. The stage was huge stage, and he commanded it. Just like fucking like this is my shit. And I remember one specific thing in my mind. This chick was next to me, and she's like crawling out to you. The line of that song, "Do You Want to Know?" And I was like, people know about these guys and I don't, because everyone was singing.
Just the same way you said that. Like I listen to them, but I don't know lyrics.
Yeah,
but I know they sound so like good.
It was powerful
rather than generic.
It was powerful.
Good.
That was the one adverb, adjective, whatever fucking the word is
Whatever
to describe them was powerful, because I was like blown away. And then
the second that it was probably emotional too.
Yeah. They did like an hour set or whatever, and then we were waiting for like, not even joking, like an hour, 2 hours waiting for Eminem, 3 hours waiting for Eminem.
But like they probably fucking pumped it up real
oh
hard,
my
man.
god! But no. After the monkeys came off,
oh, you had to wait that long?
an hour went by.
Holy shit!
2 hours went by.
3
This is Eminem.
hours?
This is Eminem. Then
Dude,
it comes out.
That hype kind of
Oh
Nice.
my God! This is
Wow.
why, dude. I was out of water. I traded one of the waters for a smoke of a joint. I was like,
Oh.
I'll trade you half this water for half that joint,
Dry me out.
bro. But I drank it all, and it wasn't even like hydrated. I didn't have to piss or anything. Eminem came out to the second half of Bad Guy.
I've never seen Eminem. I've always wanted to.
Oh my God! People lost it. It was okay. So this is the way I describe it. It literally felt like I was swimming in people. So you don't
Did
understand.
you get a little wet?
No, yes, very wet.
Knew it.
Yes. So it was so fucking jam packed. You felt like a sardine. It was so fucking jam packed. I had to look up to the sky to breathe.
Dude, I would
It
probably
was
scream
so
like a little
jam packed.
schoolgirl.
I had to look up to the sky so my glasses wouldn't fog, Caleb. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. If I look straight like this, my glasses were fogging.
If it was me, I'd throw my panties at him.
Yeah. But I wasn't even, I was like 100 feet away from the stage. I wasn't even like super, super close, even though I was there for like 7 hours. I had to look up. It felt like I was swimming in people. The only way I could breathe and unfog my glasses was look to the sky.
Like people are literally like you're touching 5 people at once kind of thing.
7, 8,
Or
9,
whatever.
10
Yeah, yeah.
people at once.
You're just so
Yeah.
close to. Yeah.
Just
yeah,
packed in
yeah,
there.
yeah.
And I had to look up.
And you're a tall guy too.
Yeah, thank God. So I was
Yeah.
able to like see Eminem with my own eyes. As soon as he came out, he did that and he did square dance. That's all I could last for. So I had to get out of there. But not thankfully, but maybe thankfully, I seen people ODing getting dragged out of there.
Ooh. Oh,
Like dehydrated people like dying, getting dragged out of there.
Well,
like
thank goodness
like
people-
crowd surfing
Yeah.
basically, getting these people out of
thank
there.
goodness people like recognize that and they do get them out of there. Like,
Fucking shit show.
They know Astro World.
Yeah, this is Eminem. So
the dog eat dog world.
So real quick though, so huge stage, right? Huge stage right there, and there's the sound booth way back, right?
Yes.
From the sound booth to the stage, there's a walkway where no one's allowed, right?
Oh yeah, just like yeah.
But that's where they're bringing ODing people and everyone that can't make it. So that's where I hopped over, and they're guiding you to the front, but there's security lining the whole stage. And I'm trying to record Eminem talking because this is a part where he like did the first act or whatever, and he was talking to the people. And I'm trying to record it, but the security kept like knocking down your phones because there's security everywhere. They're knocking down your phones. They're like, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving.
It's like a cycle.
Yeah, get the
I get
fuck
it.
out of here,
I
right?
get it. Yeah.
And ultimately, I got out of there. I got a few videos, and I went back to the VIP spot. They oversold the fucking VIP spot. I couldn't even go in there. But
Oh, that sucks.
it sucked. But no matter what, I was able to see Eminem, and it was I was still able to watch the show, obviously, right? And
Dude, if
with
I
the
was there,
hu-
I
with the-
would have definitely creamed my pants. That sounds fucking sick.
it was incredible. It was incredible. It has nothing to do with sports, but that was a story.
It's still good.
Yeah,
That's
and
awesome.
that ultimately, actually, yeah, it has something to do with sports because that ultimately.
Well, you said if I went
Inspired
to
me.
Vancouver. is what
Yeah,
you're
yeah, and it
saying.
inspired me to travel.
Yeah.
So later that year, I went to Australia and everything, and it was
And
went to
you've been to
Toronto,
Toronto.
and watched the Blue Jays and
Yeah.
everything. Without that specific time,
Like this has inspired you to just do those specific kind of traveling
facts
for the sports team that you want to see.
yes,
Which-
exactly. And,
yeah.
and I've always traveled for work, but that showed me that like you can travel for pleasure and have a great time. And since then, I've been going to Vancouver every year,
That I definitely know for your birthday too.
and my birthday's coming up.
That's right.
Speaking of which, before we get into this week in sports, my birthday's coming up. I'm turning fucking 30.
Don't.
Yeah.
All right, topic's over. We're not talking about this. I don't
Fuck,
want to turn
man.
30, man. You're turning 30? I'm like, well, then I'm next. It's like a fucking death sentence, I swear.
Dude, as soon as you're born, you're dying, right?
That's it.
Yeah, but like,
Is it? Is it though? The old 3-0. Oh, jeez. It hurts my heart just thinking about it.
bro,
I'm hurting for you.
I got
at
3
this point.
fucking weeks.
No, you don't. You'll live.
I got 3 weeks. I got 3 weeks of my 20s.
Well, with that said, you go to Vancouver every year since 2014.
Since 2014.
So this will be the 8th year.
Yeah.
It's
Sometimes I went a couple times
what's really cool is that you've kept that tradition going.
because I love Vancouver, man.
Yeah.
Vancouver is fucking tremendous.
You asked me if I've been to Vancouver. No, I have not. But I definitely want to travel there. I also want to go to Toronto, for sure.
Here's the thing: flights in Canada are bullshit. The prices to Van.
I've never actually flown, so I don't know what
Okay,
it's like.
well let me tell you. To Vancouver, they are. You can get them. I'm not even joking. I've got them round trip for less than $200. I've got both
That's
times.
crazy.
Both times I went to Toronto, given it was more abrupt, it wasn't far in advance, but still,
it's like spontaneous almost. Like,
yeah, almost.
uh,
But still, I haven't. My cheapest one out of the two was $600 round trip. Same country.
I'd rather just buy an Xbox and stay home at that point. But
Yeah, right.
but like from your previous story, like traveling does give you that essential like purpose, and you have a reason of going out for certain things.
That's why I traveled to Toronto. Both times actually were for the Jays. I've told it on the podcast.
Like you
but,
feel good doing it. So that's kind of what I'm trying to get into. Traveling.
traveling is where it's at.
Yeah.
And so for my 30th, I can't believe I'm saying this. My plan is to fuck. It's so fucked up. I'm
Let's
old,
just
Caleb.
Let's just hyperventilate and just that's it.
yeah, just like let's stop it right now.
Even I don't want to.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm like worried for you.
Yeah. It's so fuck. Okay, well, let me just get it out here so it's on record.
Let's accept.
So here's the plan for my 30th. September 2nd is when I get paid. It's a Friday, Caleb. So you know this too. I talked to Amy, and I want a poker game down there, and she wants a poker game down there, and I think that'd be a cool thing for my 30th around then. So the plan is to drive right from my work down to Calgary because it's already like 20% of the way there, Nisku, right? So drive after work on Friday, drive to Calgary, have a poker game either that night or on my birthday. But on my birthday, I actually want to treat myself to a steak dinner and a smoked old fashioned.
I hear out in Vancouver, it's always the best
Hold
for
on,
fish.
I haven't gotten to Vancouver yet. I'm talking Calgary.
I'm going to Calgary next week, by the way.
Are you?
Yeah.
Why?
See my brother
When?
next week.
You can't delay it another couple weeks?
No.
Okay.
I could go another couple weeks too.
Well, if you want to come with. So the plan is to go down to Calgary. I just seen a shooting star. That's crazy. For real, behind that tree, I seen a shooting star.
Listen,
Oh, I'm turning 30. Okay, so and it's meant to be. Fuck you. My plan is meant to be is what I felt like. So, anyways, go to Calgary and have a poker game. Go to Chop, have a fucking steak dinner, have a smoked old fashioned, and then I hope if the prices ain't crazy out of the roof, which they normally aren't, fly to Vancouver for a few days.
Like after you go to Calgary?
Yeah. Fly to Vancouver from Calgary
Okay. Yeah.
for a few days because I think I'm gonna take a week off of work or a few days off of work.
Yeah.
Fly back after a couple days, and then just try to enjoy my 30th as much as I can because 30 is a big one.
Sometimes crying your sorrows can happen in your basement, but you could do it in Vancouver instead.
I'm not even joking. When I turn 30, I might shed a tear. I might shed a fucking tear.
Just like looking down at the sunset. Just that'd just be so funny.
Actually would in Vancouver watching the sunset over the fucking
'Cause you can
over
go
the
to the horizon. Yeah. You 100% could just shed a tear. You know what? I want you to record it and then send it to me. Well, his 30th, Jacko was born. All right. Let's get to it. Yeah.
Believe it or not, this day sports history. 34 years.
Oh yeah, Wayne Gretzky got traded to LA Kings.
This guy's a fucking pro.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's right. Yeah, it was literally like a dreadful day, kind of. Everyone didn't like it, but it happened.
Neither of us were there for that.
No, I was not alive. I wasn't even thought of.
We've seen it though. I
I've-
watched a documentary on it.
Same.
30 for 30 did a docu for it. A really good documentary. And
Yeah, I saw that on YouTube.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's here's my take on it. If Wayne Gretzky wasn't traded to the LA Kings, hockey wouldn't be the same way it is now.
It would not be what it is.
It wouldn't be.
No, it would not. I have to agree.
They needed someone like Wayne Gretzky to be injected into American sports to allow the NHL to get to the point where it's at now. Because before that, in the States, hockey was just like the fourth, fifth sport. You know,
It was like a sport that wasn't really recognized
it wasn't
as
at all.
a sport. It was
Wasn't at all.
it was like a fun thing, kind of like I don't know, let's say like kickball or something. For example,
Yeah, yeah.
in essence,
I think it was perceived
was not
as-
taken
I think
seriously.
it wasn't taken seriously.
Yeah.
Because I think it was perceived down there as like people just fighting on ice, brawling.
Like
laughing
bunch of
on-
bronze fucking
like the movie
brain dead
Snapshot.
fucking people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
And then Wayne Gretzky came down there and was able to
He changed the whole thing.
commercialize the whole thing. So you know how there's ads all along the boards?
All the time. Yeah.
There's
For sure.
ads all along the board. That never happened until Gretzky went down to LA, and then they started commercializing and started advertising way more, and they were able to build the game in the States because of Gretzky. So ultimately, losing Gretzky was
Like
sad.
It wasn't like it was sad, but it was probably the best thing that happened
It was the best thing for the sport.
for the franchise.
No, for the
Yeah,
fucking
the entire,
league.
Yeah, for the entire thing.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes.
Obviously, people hated it.
Yeah.
But like that happens.
That happens. That happens with
Whatever,
anything.
dude. Whatever. We're still hoping to get the Stanley Cup this year coming up, man. Especially the fact that we have Campbell, and we also have Kane still. We got him for 4 years and Jack Campbell for 5 years.
Hold on. You just said we are going to win the Stanley Cup.
No, that's what you said.
That's
Well,
what. That's
I'm
what.
saying that again.
So our fire starter MGK has called. We're putting this on record. We're putting this on record,
we're
Kyle.
We're gonna call him out.
He called that we're winning the Stanley Cup this season. For the record, now you're on record, bro. Now you're on record.
That's it.
I on record said in the next 2 years. That's what I said.
And I actually have to agree with that statement.
Yeah.
Because there's still development stages.
Well, no, we have
for,
to, we have
like,
to get,
for the teamwork. Like,
yeah, we have to get over the hump, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
But at the very same time, we will never know what's going to happen.
Of course not.
But for me, I think the best player of last season, in just personal opinion, wasn't McDavid, it wasn't Drysdale. It was actually Yamamoto.
Why is that?
He actually outplayed his own stats by more than double from his previous seasons. He had 26 goals or something like that.
I love Yams. I love Yams.
And he was the biggest bug against all the teams that we played against. Like, he would just get in there.
What I love about Yams is he plays way bigger than he is.
Exactly. He's
Yeah.
the smallest guy, but he gets under the big guys and just grabs the puck.
I think he has the most tenacity of any player on our team. And
He's got a nice poise.
him and Archibald.
Yes.
But Archie had to take half the season off because he didn't get the shot, right?
and
so
to
he,
second that compliment, I would have to say McLeod as a rookie for this
Yo,
year.
McLeod actually was really good.
For a rookie
Yeah.
of his year, he did as close to like the speed of skating up to McDavid's speed when it came to having the puck.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, no, they've definitely looked at it because McDavid goes up to what 40 kilometers, 44.
Which is crazy
Yeah,
on skates.
and they looked at McLeod's. He went up to 40. He went up to 40
really?
for sure. He did, yeah,
Holy shit,
which
dude.
is fucking fast.
You know what I love about being an Edmonton Oilers fan is we're talking about this in the middle of fucking summer around a campfire about the Oilers.
Hell.
And here's the funny thing. Toronto Maple Leafs fans would never do this, and I understand why though, because they have other teams going on. Now I'm actually understanding it.
It is becoming more clear. I do agree with you.
Yeah, because they have the Blue Jays right now, right? Right?
Oh, that's true.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So if you think about it, it's like all we have is the Oilers, right?
And then like our rivals is like Calgary.
Yeah, yeah.
Which also, by the way, we messed them up.
But yeah, we fucked them up. But Toronto people, Torontonians, they have multiple
Torontonians.
teams, so they're constantly in sport mode, right?
Like all the time.
Yeah. So when the
This is
Blue
like-
Jays are
like
doing good,
season.
when the Blue Jays are doing good, they're like, oh my god, the Leafs are gonna do good. The Leafs are gonna do good because the Jays did good, right?
It's like that gambling mentality where it's like, oh, if I win this on the roulette, oh, I'm gonna win again.
Yeah.
That kind of.
But when it comes to the Leafs, that never happens.
That attitude.
We established this. The Leafs are never going to win, right? Yeah. Before we wrap up here, though, I just want to may as well make it about sports, right? Because fuck.
That's what we're here for, man.
Exactly. This week in sports, I want to thank Danny again for being on the episode. I'm wearing this shirt right now, the Edmonton Riverhawks shirt, and
That's a nice shirt too.
Yes, thank
wow.
you, thank you.
I like
And-
the fabric on it, man.
I know it's really nice. Feel it. It's one of those.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
like the,
Yeah.
the
Look,
under.
it's like this. Like feel this, dude.
I feel this one.
Yeah, just a big old one over there.
So the Riverhawks, I've said it multiple times on the podcast. I'm really thankful to be part of the organization. Unfortunately, we weren't able to make the playoffs, and I was really looking forward to that, but it didn't happen. But the Riverhawks organization released a statement to all their fans and everything that I'd like to read on the podcast here, being part of the organization, and I'm really thankful for it.
I think you did a good job.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
This is a heartful gratitude for our inaugural season. We are just catching our collective breath after an inaugural season that has been a bit of a blur. A scant 3 months ago, we were an excited yet nervous group of nervous group of 30 local residents wanting to make a difference in our community. To that end, we were about to embark on something we had never done before: operate a baseball team. We believed we had most things in place for our debut in the West Coast League: coaches, players, game day staff, ticketing, personnel, food and beverage experts, volunteers, and more. But we would be naive in thinking that we were 100% sure of how things would roll out. And I'm part of that because we had no idea of like what the fuck was going to happen. We certainly believed things would turn out well, but to be honest, we didn't know for sure. We were and remain humbled by the response. The players on the field, the performers on stages, the fans in the stands, and so many more came out in force. We are so grateful that countless people came to tell us that they had so much fun at the ballpark with the various themes and activities, that it was so affordable to come down to a game with the family and a group of friends, and that the quality of baseball was the best since the Edmonton Trappers played in the AAA Pacific Coast League. We cannot thank all the fans enough. We thought we were rolling out something cool, but the fans are the ultimate judges, and the fans obviously returned the verdict in tremendous ways. We're back at work on behalf of the fans and already planning things for the future. I'm just summing up the last paragraph. We are so fortunate to have the platform we have to chase that goal. We call Remax Field the People's Park because we're about building community. We love sharing it with everyone and we are always looking for new ways to do that. For now, on behalf of our team, once again, our sincere thanks. And we thank you for seeing you again, or no, we look forward to seeing you again for more fun at the ballpark. And this was a statement by my bosses, Randy Gregg. I love you, Randy. He's the managing director, one of the owners of the Riverhawks. Steve Hogle. I love you, Steve. Oh, my God. He's
That's
the
so
GM.
sweet.
And Ryan Gregg, the operations manager.
I love how sincere that is. Wow.
I fucking owe them so much, and I fucking love them. Yes, thank you. Give them a fucking couple applause. A couple, 3, 4, 5. Give them. Thank you so much. Thank you so fucking much.
I think you guys did an excellent job.
Thank you so much. Caleb, what do we got? Okay.
All right, let's.
All right. Before we wrap up here, I just wanted to get that out of the way. Thank you, Danny, for being a guest.
Thank you for having me on, man.
Yes.
This has been.
We'll have you
awesome.
again. We'll have you again.
I think this is enjoyable. I like this. This is sweet, man.
At the very, very end, we'll actually do This Week in Sports. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I did not see the game today. I'm not sure if he got a hit, but he extended his. It might have ended, but he had a 21-game hitting streak. And big news, I guess, is a good way to end it. Serena Williams, one of the greatest athletes of all time, is retiring. And she played her last match in Canada. Give her some applause. And a recommendation before I end is King Richard, the movie. Check it out. Serena Williams, one of the best. Ayo. Thank you for Danny Jacko. I'm Josh Jacko. On behalf of my producer Caleb, this has been This Week in Sports, and this is Jacko. Peace.